Hey everyone, and welcome to Talk Tank. This week our issue is a little bit controversial. We're talking about veganism. I've been a vegan for 2 years actually, so it's prompted me to open up this conversation to you guys. Today we have Shimpei Adachi joining us, and Trevor Littlejohn. He's the culinary director at Chartwells, which is here on campus in the cafeteria.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So since, people tend to have a black and white view on veganism, I wanted to get it out of the way and ask you guys, what's your stance on the vegan diet?
So I would say I'm right in the middle, and I kind of see the veganism as a religion. They tend to create their own community, and they have their lifestyle is kind of different than most of people, and also they try to kind of advocate what is veganism because many people doesn't understand what they do. So I think that's more like religion kind of things.
Yeah, very regimented, right? Like lots of things, lots of layers. I feel that the term vegan, I feel like it shouldn't apply to a specific person, but it should apply to a culture of people who are more aware about what they're putting into their body and what's really making them healthy or holding them back, or the reasoning behind the choices that they make. Because a lot of times when you have a conversation with somebody who supports the vegan diet or eats that way, a lot of times it's not about just because I don't like meat or I don't like to eat that. It's because, no, like, these fruits and vegetables come from an ethical place. This person grows this a specific way. Like, I know where this stuff is coming from. I know that what I'm putting into my body isn't foreign and it's not going to affect me in a harmful way. I really enjoy the positivity of food culture that veganism has created, if that makes any sense at all. It's almost opening our eyes a little bit to the research that's been done to food and all the bad things we've been putting into our body for so long and just saying, no one will ever know about it. I really enjoy the fact that it's almost waking the world up to what's actually going on with food. So I think I would really refer to it more as like a culture of food and a culture, a way of life almost.
And I find information is kind of the driving force between what makes people want to, choose the vegan diet. But I wanted to ask you, because you're in the culinary industry, does the vegan diet pose any problems to the way you kind of prepare meals, and are you doing that often for people?
I try and provide vegan options on a daily basis. Like I said, we've got lots of options that we buy locally here just because we're lucky to be in such a diverse food area, which I'm really proud of working at the college, is that we're able to offer some of those local ingredients to people. At the same time too, I offer such a wide variety of food, be it Subway, be it Pizza, be it Tim Hortons. Plus I've got my Market Grill outlet, my Nourish outlet, and my Chef Inspired outlet. The ability for me to create something vegan is quite easy. I mean, I even go down to the fact where I'm buying in pasta that's made without eggs. So for my pasta day, I don't have to have anybody feel singled out when they want to come and enjoy a nice pasta, right? I mean, is it difficult? No. Do you have to be willing to? Absolutely. And is there a reason to? 100%, because more and more and more people are being consciously aware of what they're eating. And I think it's super important to just provide those options. Because the last thing you want is to turn someone away with a snarky face and say, no, I don't have anything vegan. That's like basically telling something it's not worth it for me to feed you. And in a place where we're all just dying to eat something between classes, that could make or break a sale for me for the rest of the year, or that could deter students from coming to the dining commons altogether. Well, he doesn't cook vegan, so why would I go there and support them? You know what I'm saying? Plus, we have lots of religions to deal with. We have other meal restrictions that we're very conscious of at all times, and I think that embracing this culture and providing more options will allow more people to experience that level of food without having to even think about it.
And I have noticed that so many places now have been offering more options for vegans, which is nice to see as well. But here's something that, both of you can answer, and I hear all the time being a vegan is, do vegan meals compromise taste?
I think so. Well, when you see the A&W, the Beyond the Meat burger, it's not actual burger. Tastes like meat. I've never tasted it, but people say it tastes like meat. What is it? What's coming from? It tastes like meat. Is it chemical? Or is it just oil?
And that's where I get iffy too, right? Because here we are going, here's this amazing diet, this lifestyle, these changes that I could make for myself, eating properly, eating organic, eating local, eating ethically sourced food. And then I want to go to A&W and eat a Beyond Meat burger. Well, what did you put in that thing to make it taste beyond meat? Do you know what I'm saying? So here we go. coming all the way back around full circle, in order for people to feel comfortable eating vegan, we have to make it look like it wasn't, or in order for people who wouldn't normally eat vegan to make it appealing for them, we have to make vegan food look like meat. For me, that's where I think I would draw the line. You know, if you're going to embrace this culture and this lifestyle, embrace it, because there's an amazing array of dishes you can make out there with vegetables that taste absolutely outstanding. You know, just one simple example is a really good ratatouille. I'm sorry, but you can't fake a really good ratatouille, and it's a completely vegan dish. Do you know what I'm saying? Where I think we get confused is, here we are wanting to have this awesome lifestyle, and now, but in order for me to feel comfortable doing it, my soy or my tofu has to look like chicken.
But I do find that people that are buying food like that are the ones that are transitioning or they're new to it. So I think, yeah, we're making them feel comfortable, but people who have been vegan for a while usually don't need that stuff. And I think it's a well-known fact that just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's healthy. So when you look at stuff like that, it's like, oh, but is that really better? You're just, so I get what you're saying, but I don't think that's the majority of vegans. I think that's people who are, you know, they're maybe still transitioning or they're iffy about it.
I hope so, because you're making all these strides to live a better and healthier lifestyle, but then at the same time we're going to go back around and eat something that was mechanically made to look like meat but be vegetarian.
Also, it's like a company's marketing too. So we are putting more options, and we are putting healthy burger come to the MW. So it's kind of questioning to, like, why would you putting those? And are you putting just for health or marketing?
But I really like Olivia's stance at the same time, too, because it does make sense. Maybe those products need to exist for a period of time so that people can transition their lifestyle. You know what I mean? And that does make sense to me. Where I think I would draw the line is if all of a sudden, all the time, you're seeing these lines of products come out that just have a vegan sticker on them, but they look like a chicken breast. You know what I mean? I don't think that that's fair. I think that kind of tricks the world into saying this little patty of whatever it is super healthy for me. And I understand that those products might not be healthy, but you got to remember the connotation that the word vegan gives to people, right?
It's natural.
It automatically makes you think it's natural, it's healthy, it's good for me. But here it is, a pressed patty that looks like a piece of chicken. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do think at the end of the day, I'm happier to see something plant-based than for it to be meat. Like, I still think it's the lesser of two evils, but I 100% agree with what you're saying. It doesn't make it any... It doesn't make it this pure, you know, wholesome thing. But, okay, to close things off, where do we see the future of veganism going?
Well, I think, again, there's more options and more entry-level foods like a Beyond Meat Burger. So I see more people transitioning or at least trying to be the vegan. So here's another thing that the veganism, there's so much levels from not eating meat to not eating animal products. So if you transitioning to the changing lifestyle, you have to invest time to know what is the lifestyle, because it might not for you, or maybe it's going to change your lifestyle too much that you're going to get damaged or something.
It all becomes about education in the end, right? It's how educated do we want to make ourselves about this, because it really lies with the individual at the end of the day. I believe that the future of food will turn more towards alternative diets like veganism, just for the simple fact that we cannot sustain the lifestyle that we've been living up until this point. There's just more people on Earth. There's more pressure to the environment. There's things happening around us all the time. I mean, look at the recalls in food that you see on a regular basis. Like, look at all of these factory-made products that are all of a sudden recalled or off the shelf all of a sudden. Like, look at the big romaine scandal just because of pesticides, right? Like, even our vegetarian food might not be safe. So I think as research develops and as more people bring this to the forefront of conversation, you're going to see a huge upswing in that type of culture of food. And not just specifically veganism, which is amazing, but you're going to see more grains in your diet. You're going to see less dairy in your diet. You're going to see people eating more fruits and vegetables on a regular basis. And the bringing in of the Canada Food Guide, changing it and altering it and telling people now, hey, maybe eating that much dairy isn't the best for you, and telling them, try some more vegetables, put some grains into your diet, and giving them options that they wouldn't have thought about before is only going to educate them in such a way where they can make better decisions about food. And with the vegan diet, I think that's what we're doing. We're just helping people make better decisions about food. We're not necessarily pushing anything on anybody. We're just, hey, these are these alternatives that exist in the world, and they are very healthy, and you can live a well-sustained, energetic lifestyle using these options. And I think it's a positive future for food for me, because it's going to start people thinking about it again. And it sucks that we've spent so much time in the last 20 to 25 years not worrying about food or what it's doing to us. And now look at all the after effects that have come from it. Like, look at peanut allergies. Because of all the weird things we've been putting into foods and feeding them to our children and not knowing the side effects, now peanut allergies are humongous. You know what I mean? And that's not because people's body chemistry has changed over time. That's because we've done something to their body chemistry that allows that not to happen. And I think education, research, and having these types of diets and cultures being talked about and at the forefront of food conversation, you're only going to see an increase in these lifestyles.
Yeah, and I do agree with you. Information is a huge driving factor behind the vegan diet, and I think this dialogue right here is very informative. So I thank both of you for joining in and participating in that, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys next week.